Welcome to the Work Together podcast. Here in West Michigan, there are exciting companies that are changing the world with what they do, and I'm here to bring those stories to you. From large businesses, manufacturing, nonprofit, and small entrepreneurs, I hope that you will join me in learning and having conversations about who locally is striving to make a difference in West Michigan. I'm your host, Mark Rutherford. Let's get started. Welcome to the Work Together podcast. Once again, this is episode 4, and it's extremely exciting to be here. We're going to continue in our series on how to do networking, how to do virtual networking better. And we've already gone through networking better, and we went through the tech guide to virtual networking. This is going to be meeting guide to virtual networking. Then we're going to do the Be Yourself guide and the Love Your Business guide. So let's get started with today's guide on the meeting guide for virtual networking. We're going to go through the guide step by step for you. Number 1, presentation ready. So before you even get in front of people, know exactly what you're going to say, have your slides ready, and your information in front of you. So when you get in front of people, you're going to want to do your 60 seconds, or you're just going to tell people about your business in a 60-second, 1-minute format and be able to just, boom, say it over and over again. For example, my name is Mark Rutherford, and I'm from Craze Studios. At Craze Studios, we plan, we edit, and we grow your podcast. We also do commercials. We do virtual tour photography. We do tech consulting and audio installations. That's everything that Craze VR Studios does. If you have any questions, feel free to call me or get a hold of me, and I would love to talk to you. Again, Mark Rutherford, Craze Studios. It's pretty simple. Doesn't even have to be a full 60-second. Get to the point of what you're going to say. Now, don't always say the same thing. So if I did it again, I would do something like, "Hi, my name is Mark Rutherford from Craze Studios. Recently, we have been working on a lot of commercials for places like Express Employment Professionals, Chandler Construction Services, and these are different companies that we've worked for. If you don't know them, go ahead and check out our commercials and our links on their websites and like them for us. That'd be awesome. I'd appreciate it. Get a hold of me and we'll find out how I can help you." Again, Mark Rutherford, Craze Studios. So you can change what you're going to say, but still be talking about your business, right? That's kind of important there. And then when you're talking about your business, don't forget that you're talking about your business. What do I mean by that? A lot of times in networking, I find that people stop talking about their businesses and they just start talking about themselves. "Hi, my name is Mark Rutherford. I really miss networking. It's just so awesome. Sorry I wasn't there last week. My dog threw up in the back seat. My kids were throwing Cheerios at me, and I totally forgot." And they just go on and on about their day, how their grandmother's been sick. There is a point when you're just like, really? That doesn't work. And people check out. They're going to start looking at their phones. They're going to start looking at other things. I have multiple pages up right now just so I can see the notes and things like that. And that's not a bad thing to do. Just know where the screen is at all times so you can go and be attentive to the people on screen. Before you come to the meeting, make sure you know exactly who you're looking for. So have you looked at the networking group's website? Do you know the person you're meeting with? Do you know about them? Do you want to talk to that person? Is there someone in that networking group that you want to talk to that you've never talked to before? That's kind of important. Think about that before you do anything else. And when you get there, make sure you're talking as if you're talking to that person, right? So maybe you'll start off with a question. Some people do, "Hi, I'm Mark from Craze Studio, and I have a question for you. Have you ever thought about moving forward in the technical world by having your audiogram on your website all about your business? I can help you with that. Give me a call." So I was specifically targeting 1 or 2 people within the networking group itself, right? And hopefully by that, they will say, "Oh, yeah, I kind of do want an audiogram. What's an audiogram?" I'm going to call them and have a one-on-one and talk about audiograms. What are those? So that is something that we can do. And I would bring that up into Craze Studios presentation in the first few 60 seconds. Now, if you're having a one-on-one business meeting, you probably won't use this format, but keep close to it. Know about your business, talk about your business, but make it personal so they can trust you. If you talk a little bit about your life, your personal life, they get to know you, they get to know about you, and they get to trust you. But that's what one-on-ones are for. One-on-ones are when you meet one-on-one with one person in the group, kind of like a business meeting. You can do it virtually or you can do it in person. I prefer in person just so I can give them coffee, because I don't really drink coffee, but I have coffee here at the office just for people that come and visit me, because some people do like that one-on-one interaction. They can see your face. They can see that you're a real person. They can see that I have crazy hair. For those on the podcast, you can't see it. Look up any of our videos and things like that we've done in the past. You'll see me with a faux hawk, a distressed one that really comes all the way to the top. So it's kind of crazy. I like it. It's vertical. But it's part of my image. It's who I am and part of my business and what we do. So getting to know you as a person helps build trust. Remember that when you're talking and doing your presentations in one-on-one, you also want to learn about that person. Is that a person that you will refer others to, right? If you don't trust that person, why are you going to refer someone that you do not trust to a business? And then that business realize, oh, well, they referred them. I don't think I'm ever going to use them because they weren't a good business for a referral. We don't want that to happen to you at all. One of the last points is be ready with your final thoughts. The final thoughts are your last 30 seconds, and usually that is time to ask for referrals, ask for one-on-ones. It's okay to do that. If you don't ask, they're not going to just automatically want to have a one-on-one with you. It's not a natural thing. So you have to ask for that meeting, right? Make sure it's with the right person and keep it short. Don't make it about your business. Don't do your whole intro over again. Just say, again, Mark, Crazy VR Studios, I would love to talk to Jan or Andy, and I really enjoyed talking with this person last week. They were awesome. I went to their Facebook page. You should check it out. They have some incredible artwork. Things like that. Give props where it's due. If you've gotten some business from someone, go ahead and thank them during that time. It shows that you care and you want to be there. I am going to say this because I say this in a lot of networking groups. You know people that I don't know, and I know people that you don't know. In other words, I may not have a business that you will want to work with, but that's okay, because I know people that you don't know, and you know people that I don't know, and I may want to work with those people. And it's even better if I can give you a referral, or you can give me a referral from your own mouth saying, hey, I know this guy in my networking group. His business would really work for you. Why don't you go check him out? You're helping them. It's a gift all around. This is all about helping each other do better in business. On the bottom of my virtual networking guide, I have a reminder. Have your info card ready. So mine will say something like Craze Studios, Mark Rutherford, managing partner, info@crazevr.com email, crazevr.com website, my phone number, and also I put on my Calendly link so they can get right there and schedule a time to have a one-on-one with me or get on a podcast. Hopefully they get on the podcast, because this podcast is awesome and people are going to want to get on it, right? So we want to share special businesses with other people all around the world. If you're nervous about talking to others, find someone to be your voice. That is on every bottom of all these different PDFs that I have available to you. There are people out there that will do networking. You can pay them to do the networking for you and show up to networking groups and represent your business. If you do that, make sure they are very personable. They have a good voice, and they know exactly what your business is about. This next part I want to talk about is about networking groups themselves. There are networking groups that you have to pay for, and there are free networking groups, and there are what I want to call freemium networking groups. I'm not going to coin that phrase. Thank you, Apple. Freemium networking groups. So what this is pay, where you have to go there. You have to pay a ridiculous amount of money to be in a networking group, but there's only specific people that can be in the networking group. So only one of each type of business. So you won't have multiple web designers. You won't have multiple tech people. You're not going to have multiple construction agencies or real estate agencies. And this kind of like a click group is they're going to share referrals with each other. I find that those are really time intensive. You have to do homework. You have to make sure that you are giving so many referrals a day. It's kind of ridiculous. You have to have a passport. And by saying that, you should already know which networking group I'm talking about. The prices are ridiculous. In a free networking group, you can publicize yourself, get your name out there, meet people for free, and then pay nothing because it's an investment. If I'm putting my money, my time in it, it's going to come back to me, right? So my money is going to go for the coffee. My money is going to go for the food if I invite them to personally come into my business. Or if they're online, it's not going to cost me a thing unless I want to help pay for the Zoom call or something like that, whoever's hosting it, which is just a nice thing to do. Freemium would be you're there for free, right? You're there for free. It technically doesn't cost you a thing, but at the end, they will charge for you to be in their associate group or something like that, which is not a bad thing. Having your name on a website does give you SEO, so it's well worth it in the end. Just make sure that they're not charging you more than they should. We're all trying to make money, but make sure that our time and our investment has a good return on it. All right, so let's wrap up for the day. Don't forget that next episode is going to be the Be Yourself podcast and then Love Your Business. And that may be a twofer, depending on how that goes, but I'll let you know. I'm Mark Rutherford. Thanks for listening to the Work Together podcast. We'll talk to you later.